Manchester United losing the first game of the season. If you haven't already, check out the watch line that myself and Adam did for the game. As always, make sure you drop a like, subscribe, man. But look, fucking out. When we first heard the team sheet, we both like, what the hell is this bullshit? When we first saw the first 15, 20 minutes they scored, we both like, surely we can't get any worse. There's no way we can get any worse. Well, it seemed like we couldn't get any worse, but we were consistently shit throughout the whole game. Adam, mate, what was your assessment?
Well, and you said it. You said it as well. I mean, we said a lot during the game, but basically they could have scored 5-6. I've had a look back at chances and stuff, and I'm surprised it's only 3. To be honest with you,
Yeah.
We were terrible. We were terrible, man. For the first game, they already look knackered, and I don't know why.
I don't think they're knackered, man. I just think we were lacking match fitness, man, in terms of sharpness. And they were like we said when we was watching the game, Palace were beating us to every single first ball. They wanted it more. How many times did they out-muscle our players? There was so many occasions that they out-muscled us. It's just embarrassing, really.
It's like all we could do was foul. Like, I felt like I was just saying, oh yeah, we got a foul. Oh, Pogba's giving a foul. Oh, McTominay's giving a foul. That's all I was saying. But it's terrible, man. But basically, I know that I've watched the fan cams as well. Obviously, very good. Them, go give them a watch if you can. But basically, they've all said the game was shit. Basically, Ollie was shit. We played shit. Everybody was shit. Fair enough, right? This fan cam, okay, they're shit because of the board. I feel like everything is because of that. Basically, Ollie was shit, and I don't know how to say this properly, but basically the board didn't give him his signings. They didn't give Mourinho his first signings that he wanted. They didn't give Van Gaal the first signings he wants. They just don't give them a chance. I feel like Ollie is going to be gone, but it's not. He did do rubbish today. Granted, like, I'm not saying he did well, and I'm not saying that we should have. We shouldn't have won. We needed the Upamecano and Sancho to win that game. I'm not saying that. I'm saying that it's not going to stop. We're never going to get back to the top because this board won't allow it, because they're just using it as a cash cow. And until they go, and until the Glazers are out, we will. I don't feel like we will be back at the top now, because it's just the same shit all over again.
Yes, it is. It just look. First and foremost, right, I've got to say, obviously, as Vas normally would say that, Ollie's brought the feel-good factor back. And obviously, it's the first game of the season. It's not the way you want to start it. And, to an extent, I would believe what Vas said. Well, I would agree with what Vas said in terms of, there has been that sort of feel-good factor around the club. But today, it just seemed the preparation's been absolute shambles. Obviously, we've had the Greenwood incident. We've had the Maguire incident coming into the new season. We've not had the centre-back, as you've alluded to, which Lindelof, by the way. Lindelof.
You just got to laugh.
If you don't laugh, you're going to cry, basically. But Lindelof had an absolute mare. But in saying that, let's just say if they gave him Upamecano and Sancho, you still can't excuse the inability to pass the ball around, inability to create things, inability to have some sort of philosophy, some sort of... Obviously, every football fan now uses the terminology pattern of play. It's a very overused terminology, but just for those of you that are using it and not understanding what that means, it's basically, when you play poorly, you still have the same sort of structure in your build-up. There doesn't seem to be any structure in our build-up. It just seems to be like, just go with the wind, just make it up as we go along. For example, you don't play to Rashford and it's not a trigger point for, Martial to make a run or someone to play it off Rashford to just get the ball, play it off to Martial running behind. We don't know what's going on. It just seems all random. There's no structure to the manner in which we build attacks. Of course, you need to have a bit of freedom with building attack, fluidity, etc. And it can't be overly structured like it was under Van Gaal. Because under Van Gaal, it was overly structured, but we don't seem to have any structure. It's like we just don't. It's just every game from game to game, we play completely different. There's never a similar thing. Like Man City, you know exactly what they're gonna do every game.
We do. I get that point, and yes, I would like to have some sort of structure in what we do. At least even if it is going down the wings and bombing crosses in or cutting in or whatever, just something. But I don't want there to be it all on Ollie. Ollie's made a bad. He's had a bad day. He's had a bad day, right? The players have had a bad day, but I don't want it to all fall on Ollie and for him to get sacked to just to go through the same shit again, because there's no point. There's no point. We might as well keep Ollie and we might as well stay with him. And if the board actually back him,
if he's not good enough, then for example, like again, I'm just gonna, like I said to the other lads, I'm gonna play devil's advocate with every single fan cam. You know, other fans would say, "Why would he stay with someone that's clearly not good enough or it's not shown that he's good enough?"
But then, okay, now. Mourinho is good enough. Mourinho's obviously special one. He was top. He couldn't do it. Yeah. Van Gaal was very, very good with Holland. Very, very good. Very top manager. Couldn't do it. I can't really say David Moyes because he's, you know, but you know what I mean. If these managers are coming in, right, and they've won before. They know how clubs should be run and they know how the game should be played, and they still aren't able to get us the title. And they still aren't, and they're still saying they're the ones saying the problem was with the board when they were there.
Yeah,
I mean, Ollie gets sacked. The problem's still going to be with the board. We get a top manager in. We get Ancelotti, and he's doing brilliantly at Everton at the moment. The problem's still going to be with the board. And then instead of Benji saying Ollie out, he's going to be like Ancelotti out or whoever else out, and he's just not going to. It's still going to be the same cycle, isn't it? Problems. It's a never-ending cycle. And then we get our hopes up as fans, okay? And start of every season, we're like, oh, maybe something's going to happen, blah, 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 blah. But with the Glazers, it's just never going to happen because they don't back the manager properly, and we're just going down the same creek with the same paddling, whatever that analogy is. I don't know, but it's just not. Yeah. But it's never going to change, and genuinely, I don't think it will change until the board go out, which is why I think it's pointless to sack Ollie. Absolutely pointless.
It's only the first game, anyways, and I don't think
it is. But it's ridiculous how much I've seen. I've seen about sacking Ollie straight away. I'm shook. I'm actually shook by it because it shouldn't be on him. Yes, he's had a mare, but Ollie's shown he can do good things as well. We went on winning runs. We got third last season with the same team.
It's going to have to bounce back in it. Adam, just to wrap it up, I'm going to ask you one question in terms of if you blame me on the board, what is the body to provide Ollie?
Not the body to get out.
The
body to get out.
Yeah, what is
because it comes from the top, bottom, and they're a disease at the top, and it will filter through to the bottom. So the board just need to go. They just need to go. Glazers need to be gone. Edward needs to be gone. That's it. It's not what they can do. They've shown they can't do it since Alex Ferguson left. Since a world-class manager, the only person who's able to work with them.
That's completely agreeing. Nothing will change as long as the Glazers and Woodward are in charge. Exactly. We need a left back. He's named a full squad. We need a left back, centre back, CTM, right wing, and a striker. To be fair, he's not wrong. To be fair, I can't really. He's not
based
wrong.
On today. No, he's not wrong at all. Oh God! But basically, I'm going to end on what the title of mine is same shit, different season, because basically we have the same team, nothing's happened, and it will carry on not happening, and we won't win stuff because of the board. And that is my take from watching that game today, because I don't want to talk about that game today because it was terrible.
Anyways, and on that on that note, make sure you drop a like, subscribe to the channel, stay tuned for the other fan cams, check out the previous ones if you haven't. It's good to have all the guys on and obviously giving their contrasting views. If you don't agree with anything he said, let us know in the chat. But again, everyone's entitled to their opinion. Cool. Exactly, mate.